Hi everybody, thanks for coming back to practice. We will start standing for today's practice. So coming up to a stand if you're not already standing. Hope this finds you well. If you have blocks would be helpful for practice today. Most people probably don't have blocks at home, so if you have a chair nearby or you have some way of bringing the floor a little bit closer to you, then grab something for beneath each hand, either blocks or a chair or some other means of just bringing the floor a little bit closer to you as we move through practice. So standing at the back of your mat with your feet hip distance apart, feel the connection of the feet to the floor beneath. Just let the shoulders roll up, back, and around. Let your weight shift forward and back on your feet. Start to connect with the breath. Take as many inhales through the nose and exhalations through the mouth as you need to come into conscious breath. Let the arms hang down at your sides and just let those palms spin forward. Find a plumb line of balance from shoulders right down through the hips, through the central arches of the feet. Let the body land, bones stacking atop of bones. Find a little bit of heaviness in the chin. Listen for the sound of the breath. Feel the breath expand the body as you breathe in. Feel the body hug in as it squeezes breath out. Notice if you're able to be comfortable here. If not, what would it take for you to be comfortable here? Are you able to soften into a space of relative comfort? Be mindful not to lock the knees and not to force the shoulders down the back. Notice what a full, deep breath feels like. Notice what a slow exhalation feels like. Allow yourself to be in the conversation of breath for as long as it takes. Allow yourself to be in the conversation of relative comfort, of ease of being, as long as it takes. Even if the mind is chaotic, even if external circumstances are less than ideal, can you access a place within of ease of being? It's said that the depths of the ocean floor are calm even when a hurricane is causing chaos on the surface of the ocean. So can you draw attention into the depths of your being and open to a space of calm, of presence, that spaciousness of being? Can you explore that space throughout your practice in order to cultivate a relationship with that spacious, expansive realm of presence? It's said that this realm is our true nature. It's accessible even in times of chaos. It takes focus, it takes practice to develop a relationship with being in that space. It takes a willingness to not only focus, but also to let go. A practice in transcendence, and also a practice in surrender. As you breathe, as you focus, as you invite ease of being and relaxation, let the shoulders circle up, back, and around. Change direction. Release your shoulder circles. Let your chin drop down for your chest, and just let the head circle. First in one direction. Make sure your knees are not locked here. Keep breathing. Then change the direction of your head circles. If you get dizzy, slower circles. If you hear crunching, smaller circles. Release your shoulder circles. Step the feet out to the outside of your mat. Hands to the hips. Circle through the hips. Still with ease in the shoulders, cultivating fluid, steady breath. Change the direction of your circles. Good, and let your hands release. Pivot your toes out. Bring those heels in to face one another. Come on down into a squat. Seat drops down as far as is comfortable for your knees. So listen to your knees, listen to your body. Coming down as far as is comfortable for your body, shift your weight side to side. Hands might be on the floor, hands might be on your blocks, or if you have a chair nearby, hands might be on the chair. Maybe the palms are together. So really use this time to find your practice. You can always pause the video and go get a chair if you need, or pause the video and get your drink of water. Really listen to your body. If you need a break, find a break. If you need child's pose, take that. Release the hands down to the floor, again to your props, parallel the feet. Come into a standing forward bend, grab opposite elbow with opposite hand, bend and straighten the knees. Relax the neck. In and out with breath. Even if you think the neck is relaxed, relax it a little bit more. As you straighten the legs, release the clasp of the elbows, rise up halfway with a flat back, fingertips along the shins. Bring your right hand to the left leg, outer left leg, left hand to the center of your low back. Look to your left and just notice if your weight has shifted to your heels, share the weight with the balls of the feet. If your hips have shifted to the left, draw those hips back through center and look down. Breathing here. Release your twist, release the arms, find a soft bend to the knees, engage the belly, slowly roll up. Arms reach to the sky, big breath in here, look up. Catch your right wrist with your left hand, stretch up and over to the left, hips press to the right. Come up through center, catch left wrist with right hand, stretch to the right. Back up through center, catch right wrist with left hand, stretch to the left, hips press to the right. Back up through center, catch the left wrist, reach to the right side, hips press to the left. Come all the way back up to center, hinge at the hips, arms out from shoulders, fold with a flat back, inner thighs roll behind. Halfway up, breathe and look forward, root down into the feet evenly, flat back here. Feel the belly drawing in, lengthen right out of the chest, look forward. Left hand to the outside of the right leg, right hand floats to the center of the low back, gazing to the right. If your weight's in your heels, share the weight with the ball of the foot as well as your toes. Be mindful not to lock your knees here. Try to stay in the muscles rather than to lock your joints. Look down at the floor, square the hips. Notice where the mind is. Notice your ability to be present even amidst sensation. Are you able to focus your awareness inward to that spaciousness of being, the calm of the ocean floor? Even if the mind is in tumult, even if the emotional body is agitated. Release the clasp of the hands, rise up halfway with a flat back, look forward, inhale. Now round the spine, engage the belly, soft bend to the knees, roll up, shoulders circle, up, back, and around. Know that you can always weave in and inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth whenever you need. Release those shoulder circles, toes pivot out, heels pivot in. Feet are still mat distance apart. Come on down to a squat. Again, your seat might be up high or your seat might be brushing the earth. Weight shifts side to side. Keep softening the shoulders. Even steady breath. As your weight shifts through center, release the hands. Parallel the feet. Halfway up on your inhale, look forward. Exhale, come into your forward bend. Walk your hands out to a plank pose. Feet hip distance apart here. Modified, you're in a tabletop. Shift your weight to your right hand. Left hand to the heart. Reach out through the heels. Focus on that center, that deep center, ease of being. Left hand to the belly. Left hand down, reaches for the left thigh. Release the left hand. Weight shifts to the left hand, right hand to the heart. Right hand to the belly. You might be in a tabletop, that's okay. Right hand to the right thigh. Release your right hand down to the mat. Bend the knees deeply. Walk your feet a step closer to the hands. Knees bend, seat drops, straighten the arms. You're in a bit of a floating child's pose. Draw the gaze forward. Release your knees down to the mat. Seat for your heels, child's pose. From your child's pose, scoop your forehead back toward your knees. Reach back for either your heels, your ankles, or the back of your thighs. Lift your hips, come to the crown of your head. Round your shoulders down toward the floor. Draw the space between your shoulder blades toward the front of your mat. This is Shashangasana, rabbit pose. It's considered a heart opener, expanding the space of the heart in the back body. Breathe here. Roll back toward your forehead. Release your seat for your heels. Extend your arms forward. Forehead can rest on the floor, or the hands might stack, or fists might stack for the forehead. Let your hips rock side to side. Take care of your knees. Only draw that seat back as far as is comfortable for your knees. You might have a pillow behind your knees, or you might stay up high, depending on what's comfortable for those knees. Take care of your knees. If knee down is not comfortable for your body, you can always roll a blanket or a towel beneath your shins to keep those kneecaps elevated. So another modification. Come up into your tabletop. From your tabletop, extend your left leg right out from the left hip. Left leg right out from the left hip. As your left leg reaches out, reach your right arm forward. Inhale here. On your exhale, draw your nose for your knee and your elbow for your belly button. Lift the belly for your spine. Inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, nose for knee, elbow for belly button. Rounding the spine into a cat arc. 4 more. Inhale, reach, left finger pads grip. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. 3 more. Lift the belly, take out any sway of the low back. Exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, lengthen, hold. Release your right hand, draw your left knee right out from the left hip. So as much as possible, you're finding a 90-degree angle with your femur and your shin. 90-degree angle in that left knee. Actively flex your left foot, toes face out. Left knee drops down to hover above the floor. Inhale, left knee opens out to the left. Exhale, knee hovers. Try to keep evenness in your hands. Inhale, knee opens. Exhale, knee hovers. Inhale, knee opens. Exhale to hover. Inhale to open. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. So allowing internal heat to build. And as that heat builds, notice your ability to access a space of presence, perhaps of calm, that ocean, if you will. This time as your leg lifts, straighten the left leg, release your left foot to the floor. Left foot to the floor. Toes face forward. Come on up to your right shin and your left foot. So your right shin is parallel to the long of your mat. Your left foot is right out from your left hip. I just turned so you could see the angle of the foot. Arms reach up, big breath in. Slide your left hand down the top of your left leg. Reach your right arm up and over. Draw your left hip forward and your right shoulder back. Look up. Breathing here. Then come on up through center. Come on to the heel of your left foot. So now your left leg is still extended. You're on the heel of your left foot. Slide your left hand down the front of that left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Left hip forward, right shoulder back. Look up. In and out with breath. From here, right arm leads the way, all the way up and over to the right side. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left leg is still extended. Left arm reaches. So left foot is on the floor. Toes are facing the direction of your gaze. Circle through the left arm. In and out with breath. Try not to lock your right elbow. Find an external rotation of your right upper arm. Externally rotate that right upper arm. Externally rotate. Change the direction of your arm circles. Your right fingers are probably tented here. They might be on a block. And come all the way back through center. Release your knees. Find a downward facing dog. From your down dog with straight legs, let your hips rock side to side. Grip your finger pads, find a micro bend in your elbows. Lift your belly in and up. Evenness of breath. From this place, bend the knees. Knees hover above the floor. Push the mat away. Seat stays elevated. So this is, again, that floating child's pose. Seat is drawing back. Your heels are elevated, and you're gazing forward. I think about this as like the runner's start position. Inhale, straighten the legs back to your down dog. Exhale, come forward to plank. Inhale, forward, seat to sky, down dog. Exhale, forward to plank. 4 more like this. This might be child's pose tabletop as a modified variation. Inhale, forward without locking the elbows. Exhale, back. 3 more. Inhale, forward. Focus on the depth of presence within. Can you access a place of calm, even amidst sensation, even amidst energy expenditure? Pause here in your plank. Release the knees to the mat. Find a tabletop. From your tabletop, spin your left fingers to face your left knee. Come onto the back of your left hand, a straight left arm. So this is just a wrist stretch. You're in a tabletop position. Try to take out any sway of your low back. Engage the belly. Left fingers face forward, left palm back to the mat. Right palm faces up, stretching out the right wrist. With breath. From here, let your right palm come back to the mat. Fingers now face out. Keep breathing. Fingers now face the knees as much as possible. Straight arms, heels of the hands face forward. And so that this isn't accessible for all bodies, so just explore, try, create the space. The question of practice. Release this. Fingers now face toward one another. They face in toward the center of the mat. Same thing, straight arms. And then release those fingers to face forward. From here, right leg extends back right out from the right hip. Left arm forward. So right leg back, left arm forward. A big stretch. Right leg back, left arm forward. On an exhale, knee for nose, elbow for belly button. Inhale, lengthen, engage the belly. Take out any sway of your low back. Exhale, knee for nose, elbow for belly button. Carving out that belly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, center. Inhale, grow. Exhale, land. 2 more. With breath. Hold this time as you reach. Release your left hand right beneath the left shoulder. Draw your right knee right out from your right hip. So right toes face out as much as possible. A 90-degree angle with femur and shin. A 90-degree angle with femur and right side of waist. And just notice if your weight shifts to that right hand. Center your hands, center your shoulders over those palms. Left knee lowers, exhale to hover. I'm sorry, that's the right knee. Inhale, right knee opens out. Exhale, lower the right knee to hover. Inhale it out. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale, stick with it. Exhale. Attention seated in the spaciousness of presence. Even though thoughts move through, even though sensations shift and change, focus your awareness. 2 more. This time as this right knee opens, extend your leg long. Release your right foot to the mat, toes face forward. Come on up to your left shin and your right foot. Left shin is still parallel with the long of your mat. Arms reach to the sky. Inhale, stretch. Slide your right hand down the top of this right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Right hip forward, left shoulder back. Try to look up. Soften the shoulders. Come on up through center. Arms reach to the sky. Exhale, release the arms. Come onto the heel of the right foot. Right hand now slides down the top of the right leg, left arm up and over. Right toes face up as much as possible. Right hip forward, left shoulder back, look up. Commit to being here now in this moment, just as you are. What would help you be here in presence? What is it that you need? And how can you give yourself that self-care that's necessary to help support presence? Inhale, come all the way back up. Left hand comes to the mat, the floor on the outside of your left knee. Pivot your right toes once again to face forward, right foot to the mat. Right arm up and over, circle this right arm. Big circles. Big circles. Your gaze can track the movement of the arm, or the gaze might hang out in one place. Change the direction of your rotations. And then come all the way up and over. Bring your hands to the front of your mat and release the right knee to meet the left. From here, cow and cat the spine, seat to sky, chest up, look up, inhale. Exhale, round the spine, belly for spine, chin to chest. 3 more. This time as you round your spine, tuck your toes, lift your seat all the way back to a down dog. Pedal out your dog here. Pause the pedaling of your dog. You'll either stay in a down dog or come to a tabletop as you root down into the left fingers to reach your right hand for the outside of your left leg. Invite your right rib cage to scoop under as you gaze under that left arm. A micro bend in your right elbow. Keep rolling your inner thighs in, back, and apart. Keep reaching your seat for the sky. Choose where to place your focus. Choose where to place your attention. Release this right hand. Left hand reaches back for the outside of the right leg. Find a bit of a bend in your left elbow as you look under the right arm. Scoop that left rib cage under. Open your right rib cage toward the sky. How are you able to cultivate a relationship with the calm of the ocean floor and that abides within? The depths of being, unaffected by the chaos or tumult on the surface of awareness. Release the right hand. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. And once the hands meet the feet at the back of your mat, widen the feet out to the outside of your mat. Toes out, heels in. Sit back to a squat. Remember, only come down as far as is kind to your knees. Shift your weight here side to side. Take a big deep breath in through the nose, followed by a full breath out through the mouth. Again, big deep breath in, followed by a full breath out. Release the hands, parallel those feet, straighten the legs, come back up to your stand. Rise up halfway, fingertips along those shins, press into the feet, flat back without locking the knees. Find a soft bend of the knees, engage the belly, slowly roll up, circle through the shoulders. Good, release your shoulder circles. Let your head drop, chin for chest. 3 circles of the head, first in one direction, and then the other. Bring your hands to your hips, toes pivot out slightly, hip circles, first in one direction. Just notice if this feels any different from when you first started. Maybe not, but just check in. Change direction. Good. Bring those hips right back to center. Step your feet to hip distance apart. Find a big sun breath. Arms reach to the sky. On your exhale, hands travel down the midline. Hinge at your hips. Fold with a flat back. Rise up halfway. Look forward. Lengthen. Exhale. Bow. Walk your hands out to a plank pose. All the way out. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the belly. Knees can come down first or not. With the tops of the feet on the floor, slide the hands back beneath the elbows. Lift your chest and your gaze. Look up. Cobra. Tabletop. Right back to child's pose. From your child's pose, reach back. Tuck your forehead back for your knees. Reach back to catch the ankles, the heels, the tops of the thighs, or the backs of the calves. Lift those hips, come to the crown of the head. Once again, round your shoulders toward the floor. Lead with the back of the heart. The space between the shoulder blades reaches for the front of the mat. Keep breathing. Draw the gaze in toward the center of your being. While here, connecting highest center, the crown, as well as opening the heart. Keep directing your awareness in toward the center of your being. The spaciousness of presence summoning your attention. Can you be comfortable there? Comfortable enough to let go, to trust, to feel as sensations move through. To let go, to float, perhaps to find free fall. Trusting the rhythm of life that pulses within you and around you. Let the seat draw back for the heels. Let the arms extend. Hands might stack or fists might stack to support forehead here. Child's pose. Take a big deep breath in through the nose, followed by a full breath out through the mouth. Come up through tabletop on your next inhale. So this is where we'll use either blocks or a chair. So let your left foot step forward. Left foot steps forward. I'll demo it with a chair. So I think most of you probably have a chair nearby, or you could use a table or maybe the couch. So your left foot steps forward, and then you'll tuck your right toes under and lift your right knee, bringing your hands to your chair or to a block. Some of you can do this with hands right on the floor too. As you shift your weight to that left foot, lift the right leg. Then spin your right toes to face out. You're stacking your right hip on top of your left. I'll show you what this looks like from behind. So you're giving your weight to your left foot and your hands, you're lifting your right leg, and then you're spinning your right toes to face out. You'll stay here, or maybe bring your right hand to your right hip. Maybe you reach your right arm to the sky. Your left foot, your left hand, supporting balance here. If you have a wall, you could do this up against a wall so that your seat is against the wall. But wherever you are, root down into that left foot. Gazing down helps support balance. Gazing out or up offers challenge. Notice where you're placing your attention. Especially in times of challenge where balance is strained. Release your right hand. Release your left foot. Pedal out the feet. Weight in the hands here. One heel lifts as the other heel stretches toward the floor. Relax your shoulders. That was Ardha Chandrasana, balancing half moon. And from this place, shift your weight to your blocks or to your chair. Lift your heels. Start to drop the seat. As you drop the seat, draw your gaze forward. Drop the seat as close to parallel with the floor as possible. So inviting those femurs to be as close to parallel with the floor as possible. Maybe one hand lifts, arm reaches up. Maybe the other arm also reaches. Maybe that's not possible for knees or balance-wise, but make it your own. Release your hands, straighten your legs, release your heels. And with your hands on either the floor or your blocks or your chair, keep your right foot forward, step your left foot back for your lunge. Give your weight to your blocks, the chair or the floor. Give your weight to the right foot, lift the left leg. Spin your left toes to face out. Root down into the right foot. Maybe the left hand comes to the left hip. Maybe the left arm reaches to the sky. These left toes are facing out to the left. If you have a wall nearby, use the wall. Try to get both the right seat and the left seat to the wall. Try to get the back of your head and the left shoulder to the wall. If you're comfortable with Ardha Chandrasana, without using props, explore the direction of gaze for your challenge. Maybe you look up. Stay here as long as you need. Challenging your focus. Anchoring awareness in that space of calm, of presence. As you're ready, square your hips, release your left foot to meet the right. Pedal out the feet, wiggle through your hips. Use your breath. From here again, lift the heels. Drop your seat. Explore this space. So you might keep straightening and bending the knees. You might continue to lift and lower the heels or pedal the feet, or return to that balancing on the balls of the feet. Inviting one arm to lift, maybe the other, maybe both. Open heart center, focused gaze. The gaze is inward. Cultivating a relationship here with presence. Let the legs straighten. If your knees are bent, release the heels. Let the arms hang at your sides and rise up halfway with a flat back to look forward. Exhale, fold. Make your way back to a plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the belly. Up through cobra or up dog. Back to down dog. We're going to take 3 more of those. So modified, you might be in a tabletop to come down halfway, up with the heart, back to child's. Or you're moving from down dog to plank, all the way to the belly or halfway to the belly, up to up dog or cobra, back to down dog. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This time as you inhale forward, come all the way to the belly. Stack hands or fists to rest chin or forehead on the top of the hands. Bend your knees, circle through the shins, and relax your shoulders. Change the direction of your your shin circles. Release your shin circles. Walk your knees in just a bit. Come to your elbows. Cup the cheeks with your hands here. Let your eyes close. Relax the shoulders. Circle through the ankles. Breathe in and breathe out. Change the direction of your ankle circles. Notice your ability to be here in this moment just as you are. In this moment just as it is, without needing to change a thing. Can you give yourself space, time, enough to be present, to witness, to watch, to feel, to hold space for this moment, for life, as it moves through you and around you. Opening to the possibility of being at ease in the spacious, calm center of your being. While breathing in and breathing out. Release the legs. Find your way down to your back. If the back isn't comfortable, you can always be on your belly for Shavasana. As you find your way to your back or your belly, let the legs extend long. Find a comfortable placement for the arms. Scan the body. Notice if there are any other movements calling to you, any other postures that you need before Shavasana. Feel free to pause the video. Take as much time as you need to move in your practice to find any other movements. And at your own time, as you feel ready, let yourself land. Shavasana, a practice of surrender, of letting go. A practice of trust, of faith, willingness to be. Release any need to do here, any need to control or do. Release any need to think or process, any need to feel. Let the breath breathe itself as you let go into the spaciousness, the calm of being. Stay here as long as you need. Namaste.